later.
What if uncertainty in transactions led to unfairness or disputes? This is why Islamic finance prohibits gharar.
Assalamualaikum. Welcome to today's discussion on Gharar in Islamic finance. I will begin with introduction of our panelists. This is panelist 1, panelist 2, panelist 3, panelist 4 and panelist 5. We will begin our forum with an important question. What is Gharar? Why is it prohibition central to Islamic finance? Panelist 5, could you explain?
Gharar refers to ambiguity or excessive uncertainty in financial transaction. In simple terms, it's when the detail of a contract, like the subject matter, pricing or delivery, are unclear, which could lead to unfair advantages for one party at the expense of the other party. For example, selling something that may or may not exist is considered gharar. Islamic finance prohibits gharar to ensure transparency and justice in all financial dealings, protecting both parties in a contract. This principle aligns with the objective of Sharia, which promotes fairness and discourage exploitation.
Okay, thank you panelist 5. That gives us a great start. Panelist 4, could you elaborate on why prohibition of Gharar is so relevant in today's financial system?
Absolutely. Modern financial markets have evolved with instruments like future contracts, cryptocurrencies, and crowdfunding. While these innovations provide flexibility and opportunities, they also introduce new risks and uncertainties. Gharar's prohibition is particularly significant because it addresses these uncertainties, ensuring contracts are clear, fair, and ethical. By upholding this principle, Islamic finance not only promotes justice but also contributes to sustainable economic practices, aligning with goals like fairness and trust in global financial systems.
Now, we will begin with our main question. Let's address how Gharar affect modern financial practices, starting with the acceptability of financial future contracts. Panelist 1, could you explain?
The acceptability of financial futures contracts differs between modern financial markets in Islamic and non-Islamic countries. In Islamic financial markets, futures contracts are generally not accepted as they contain excessive elements of gharar, which conflicts with Islamic finance's core principles include fairness, transparency, and risk sharing. In contrast, in non-Islamic countries like the USA, futures contracts are widely accepted as valuable tools for risk management, despite the introduction of futures has been shown to increase market volatility. The impact of introducing futures on stock market volatility varies across different regions, where studies in both the USA and Malaysia suggest that futures trading tends to increase volatility in the markets. However, the findings also indicate that in some cases, futures can help stabilize markets if proper regulatory frameworks are in place. This highlights that while futures contracts may raise volatility in certain contexts, they can also contribute to market efficiency when managed effectively. To address concerns over gharar, Sharia-compliant indices were introduced as alternatives to futures, but their similar volatility to futures suggests they may not fully align with Islamic finance principles. Ultimately, the acceptance of futures contracts is shaped by the differing financial philosophies and regulatory environments of Islamic and non-Islamic countries.
Okay, thank you. Moving on, let's talk about how technology can reduce gharar. Panelist 2.
Thank you for the question. I'm going to answer this question based on my review from one particular article from Atiyah G. et al. So basically, the author explained how blockchain smart contracts are able to reduce gharar or uncertainty in Islamic financial transactions. They express that these two conditions set by Islamic jurists must be met in order to be valid in Islamic perspective, and how smart contracts are able to fulfill them. The first condition is that two parties with legal capacity must be involved. It is ensured by verifying the parties' identities and abilities when creating the smart contract account. This confirms that the parties exist and can fulfill the contract. As for the second condition is that the contract's subject matter must exist, lawful, owned, and deliverable at the time of contracting. Smart contracts ensure this by clearly defining the subject matter to meet these requirements. Apart from that, the article also mentions the importance of a contract formula comprising offer and acceptance. In smart contracts, this is achieved when both parties click to proceed, showing their consent to finalize the deal. Smart contracts provide detailed information on the currencies used in transactions. Hence, this removes any uncertainty or gharar and ensures clarity, avoiding any ambiguity.
Interesting. Now, panelist 3, what about cryptocurrency? Is Gharar present there?
To answer your questions, there are multiple opinions actually about the presence of Gharar in cryptocurrency. According to the article I have reviewed, some scholars argued that cryptocurrency have Gharar due to it not meeting the requirements of being considered as money since it is volatile, not having any intrinsic value, not being backed by any asset, and unregulated by the government. Other scholars instead argued that since cryptocurrency can be considered as property also for rights and liabilities, they should be allowed to be considered as an acceptable method of payment. The acceptability of cryptocurrency also met with conflicting opinions by the scholar. Some argued that cryptocurrency should not be accepted if they were to follow the Sharia. Yet some of the scholars contested this by saying that the illah to prohibit the cryptocurrency are of not strong standing due to the scholars' unclear distinction between risk and uncertainty. So, from this article review, my conclusion is that more research and investigation should be done on this topic in order for us to get a better understanding so that clear opinions and consensus can be drawn regarding the presence of Gharar and the acceptability of cryptocurrency.
Okay, thank you, panelist 3, for the explanation. And how about crowdfunding, panelist 4?
So for crowdfunding, it can involve gharar when details about project like profits or risks are unclear. For example, imagine you are investing in a restaurant through a platform, but the business plan is vague and there's no guarantee it will even start. That's gharar, uncertainty that creates unfairness. In Islamic finance, platforms address this by ensuring transparency and using models like mudarabah, where profits and losses are shared fairly. As I'm currently reviewing this one article by Abdullah and Oseni, 2017, they highlighted that Sharia-compliant platforms such as Atta Plus in Malaysia require clear contracts and escrow accounts, ensuring funds are only released when milestones are met. This reduces gharar and builds trust between investors and entrepreneurs.
Thank you, panelist 4. Finally, let's discuss about insurance. Can you explain about it, panelist 5?
Alright, first we need to understand the concept of conventional insurance. In conventional insurance, the insured pays a premium to the insurer who guarantees a payout if a specific event occurs. However, since humans cannot predict the future, this creates an element of gharar, excessive uncertainty, which is prohibited in Islam. Islamic insurance, or takaful, offers an alternative approach through the concept of wakalah and mudarabah. In wakalah, the takaful operator acts as an agent on behalf of the participant. The operator manages the fund, ensuring all contributions are pooled and used ethically for mutual aid. The operator charges a fixed management fee but cannot claim ownership of the fund or its surplus. On the other hand, mudarabah is a profit-sharing arrangement. Here, the participant provide the fund while the takaful operator supplies expertise and management. Profit from investment are shared according to the pre-agreed ratio, ensuring transparency and fairness. Both models promote mutual cooperation and eliminate gharar, ensuring that Islamic insurance align with Sharia principle.
That is a very interesting topic, but I also want to add some additional info about prohibition of gharar in a global scale of Islamic finance. Islamic finance, rooted in Sharia law, prohibits elements of uncertainty, gharar, to promote fairness, justice, and transparency in financial transactions. Gharar refers to excessive uncertainty and ambiguity in contract, which can lead to exploitation and market instability. The global expansion of Islamic finance requires careful adherence to these principles, especially in the face of evolving financial technologies. The prohibition of gharar compels Islamic financial institutions to design transparent, fair products, fostering trust in global markets, and Islamic finance avoids speculative instruments, focusing instead on ethical products like sukuk, mudarabah, murabahah, and ijarah, aligning with Sharia principles. As Islamic finance grows globally, addressing gharar-related challenge in emerging technologies and market is essential for sustainable growth and maintaining Sharia compliance. To recap, we have discussed the integration of Islamic finance principles into modern market-face challenges, particularly in concerning gharar, financial future contract. While Islamic market reject this contract due to ambiguity, non-Islamic market like USA use financial future contract for risk management. technological advancements such as blockchain and smart contract offer solutions by enhancing transparency and reducing ambiguity, aligning practices with Islamic values. Next, regarding the cryptocurrency acceptability was also met with contradictory opinions. Other than that, the prohibition of Gharar is a fundamental principle that shapes the design and implementation of crowdfunding platform in Islamic finance. Malaysia's effort highlight the potential for Sharia compliant derivative to support economic stability and social welfare. Collaboration among scholars, regulators and institutions is essential to align modern financial practice with Islamic principles, fostering ethical and socially beneficial financial. Thank you for joining our forum. Hopefully this discussion will benefit all of you.
Practicing Gharar leads to market instability and unfairness, but Islamic finance offers ethical solutions to ensure justice and transparency. As Surah An-Nisa, verse 29 states, "Do not consume one another's wealth unjustly, but trade by mutual consent." Tak clear.
Cryptocurrency, okay.
Ada apa?